Welcome to BioThought. So, it's me Anjali Krishna, and we are going to the new chapter of the Ncert biology today. So, it is the 10th page of this chapter. In the Ncert new textbook, this is the 10th page. Okay. Actually, this PDF is just having 13 pages for this chapter, but when we go through the Ncert textbook, it is a 10th page. So, we will go through this line by line. So biological classification. So we are discussing here biological classifications. That is, bio means what? Life. Logy means what? Study. So study of this living organisms. And classification means what? Grouping. So in this, the kingdom, we said already in the previous chapter, like the name kingdom, it is a taxonomical category coming under the hierarchy, right? The highest category, that is a kingdom. So under the kingdom there is Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia, and some other groups which is not including under these kingdoms, that is virus, viroids, and viroids and lichens. So we will discuss about these and what are they all in these pages of Ncert of biological classification chapter 2. So now let's go through each and every line. That is, since the dawn of civilization, that is what? The starting of civilization. Civilization means what? The human started to build villages and agriculture, forestry, the technology develops, right? So the civilization, modern society is going to become a society. So human society, and there have been many attempts that even from the earlier time, starting time itself, there have been many attempts to classify the living organisms. They started grouping the living organisms. You used to hear that domestic animals, right? Likewise. So it was done instinctively. That instinctively means what? By our own will. Not using criteria that were scientific. They don't know the scientific ideas, but born out of a need to use these organisms for our own use. Like for what? For food. Early man can use it for food, shelter, clothing. You used to see the animal fur is used as clothing, and even the plants or whatever. Aristotle was earliest to attempt a more scientific base of classification. So who brought this grouping system more scientifically means it is Aristotle. He used what? He used simple morphological characters, that is external characters, to classify trees, shrubs and herbs. So when you look externally, trees means what? It is having like what? Large trunk and also a little more height, right? With branches and all. And shrubs means medium heights like roses, hibiscus, with little branches and all. Yeah, yes. And herbs means what? Seed producing type, non-woody type, right? Like paddy, wheat and all. So he also divided animals into two groups. Animals, he divided into red blood and those did not. Okay, we are red blood animals, right? Yeah. So in the Linnaeus time, then comes the Carolus Linnaeus. We already discussed about him in the previous chapter. He brought what? Two kingdom classification system with plantae and animalia kingdoms. So two kingdom he brought, that is plantae, and those belonging to plants will be in the plantae kingdom, and those belonging to animals will be in the kingdom animalia. Was developed that include all plants and animals respectively. And this system did not distinguish between the eukaryotes and prokaryotes. So what is eukaryotes? Eukaryotes means simply, if you are taking a cell, it will be having what? A nuclear membrane and a nucleolus, then genetic material. So this is called the nucleus, right? The nucleus. And what is the other thing? That is which is having U means the true. So which is having the true nucleus. Karyon means what? That is about the nucleus. And prokaryotes, some kind of primitive structure, that is simply a structure which is having a flagella and all. And here there will be a genetic material without nucleus. So that is, and some structures of projections are there. That is prokaryote structures we used to see, right? Leave it. So now let us go to this concepts. Then unicellular, that is the system. What is the drawback of this two kingdom system? It did not distinguish between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. It did not distinguish between unicellular, means single celled organisms, and multicellular organisms. And also the photosynthetic, that is what? Green algae, which is producing food, and non photosynthetic, that is fungi. They did not distinguish They did not separate these organisms. So classification of organisms into plants and animals was easily done and was easy to understand. A large number of organisms do not fall into either categories. That is, some of the organisms, like see here, now you are seeing like this, the viruses, viroids, and lichens are not coming under this category. Likewise, in previous system also, what happens means when Linnaeus brought two kingdom classification system, some organisms were not coming under the both plants and animals because some confusions arised. So hence the two kingdom classification was for a long time was found inadequate. Then they found that it is not adequate, that is, it is not proper. Some more kingdoms should come. Okay, then besides that, what all characteristics we should take, they started to plan. So they got an idea that gross morphology, the external features can be done. Yes, besides morphology, that is, okay, we can take the morphology part, external part, and a need was also felt for including other characteristics. Other characteristics also should come, like what, the cell structure, then the nature of the wall. We know that the plants is having the cell wall, but animals do not have. So mode of nutrition, whether they are producing fruits, that is photosynthetic type, or heterotrophic, using depending on the phototropes. And then what habitat, their mode of living, and what method of reproduction, whether they are sexually reproducing or asexually reproducing, and their evolutionary relationships. Everything should take into consideration. Okay, the classification system for the living organisms have hence undergone this grouping, becomes several changes over time came. Okay, though the plants and animals kingdoms have been a constant, we know that yes, they are constant. Even the plant and animal kingdoms still exist, but not that under all different systems, the understanding of what groups or organisms including under these kingdoms have been changing. Though the plant and animals kingdoms are still there, but new more kingdoms should arise. Because we want to include bacteria, we want to include the fungi in one group, fungus, likewise, okay? So the understanding of the what organisms and groups should be come under each kingdoms have been changing, and the number and nature of the other kingdoms have also been understood differently by different scientists over time. So their perceptions and they are taking considerations of these factors, and new kingdoms arise. Likewise, new kingdoms arise. That's all regarding this page of 10th page of NCERT biological classification. Keep watching. We will be uploading more and more videos regarding like the NCERT line by line series, and we will complete I promise you that I will complete total pages of this chapter 2, like we have already done living world, complete each and every line. Okay, so keep watching, and that's it for today's session. Thank you.